Hey everyone and welcome back to the channel. When you picture Hawaii, you probably think of stunning beaches, lush volcanoes, and vibrant culture. But have you ever wondered how people first found these remote islands in the middle of the vast Pacific Ocean? The story of Hawaii's discovery isn't just one story, it's two, separated by over 1,000 years. It's a tale of incredible human courage, navigational genius, and a fateful encounter that would change the islands forever. So, who really discovered Hawaii? Let's dive in and find out. Long before any European ships appeared on the horizon, a group of the most skilled sailors the world has ever known set out on an epic journey. Around 1,500 years ago, Polynesian voyagers embarked from their home islands, likely the Marquesas, in double-hulled canoes. These weren't just simple boats. They were sophisticated vessels designed for long-distance travel across the open ocean. But how did they navigate thousands of miles of seemingly endless water without a compass or GPS? They used a remarkable system called voyagers. They read the stars at night, tracked the position of the sun during the day, and understood the subtle patterns of ocean swells and currents. They followed the flight paths of birds and even the direction of the clouds that often gather over islands. It was this deep, intimate knowledge of the natural world that allowed them to become the first humans to ever set foot on the Hawaiian archipelago. They brought with them plants, animals, and a rich culture, establishing a thriving society that would remain isolated from the rest of the world for centuries. For over a millennium, Hawaiian society flourished, developing its own unique traditions, language, and system of governance. Then, everything changed. On January 18, 1778, a British explorer leading an expedition in search of a Northwest Passage spotted land. That explorer was Captain James Cook. He and his crew aboard the HMS Resolution and HMS Discovery were the first confirmed Europeans to make contact with the islands. They made their first landfall on the island of Kauaʻi. The Hawaiians, who had never seen such large ships or people with such different appearances, were understandably astonished. Cook, in turn, was impressed by the island's beauty and the society he encountered. In honor of his patron, the Earl of Sandwich, who was the First Lord of the Admiralty, Cook named the archipelago the Sandwich Islands. This name was used for many years, but eventually, the indigenous name, Hawaii, rightfully became the standard. Cook's arrival was a monumental turning point. It marked the end of ancient Hawaii's long isolation and ushered in a new, often turbulent, era of contact with the outside world. This encounter brought new technologies, plants, and animals, but it also introduced diseases to which the native population had no immunity, leading to a tragic and drastic decline in their numbers. It kicked off a period of intense interest from other Western powers, forever altering the course of Hawaiian history. Now, it is worth noting that Captain Cook's discovery is the one that is officially recorded in Western history books. However, there are some lingering historical debates. Some historians point to old Spanish maps and legends that suggest Spanish galleons sailing between Mexico and the Philippines in the 16th century might have accidentally come across the islands. These theories are fascinating, but they remain unconfirmed, lacking the concrete evidence that documents Cook's voyage. So, when we ask who discovered Hawaii, the answer depends on which discovery you mean. The first, and arguably the most incredible, was the feat of the Polynesian navigators who bravely crossed the Pacific and built a civilization from scratch. They are the true discoverers and original settlers of Hawaii. The second was the arrival of Captain James Cook, which marked the island's entry into the global stage and set in motion the chain of events that led to the Hawaii we know today. Both are crucial chapters in the rich, complex, and captivating history of these beautiful islands. Thanks so much for watching. If you found this story as fascinating as I do, please hit that like button. And do you not forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you won't miss our next historical deep dive. See you in the next video.